Hello and welcome to some more clan battles. We were just wanting to goof around. So we did Vladivostok, Double Schroder, Prince Eugen, Charles and the Cossack versus Atlántico, Ager, Schroder, Tago, Kagero, and Split. Now, as you can tell, the chips are basically similar in terms of, you know, Ager. It's basically the exact same. There's literally no difference. Okay, so there's literally no difference in terms of, well, ships line up here. The only difference is that we have more health and they have more spotting. That's literally the main difference. But in terms of experience, this ship, I have 0. I've only seen it being played and faced it. But that's what makes me such a good player, is that I've learned some of my best ships by watching and facing others in the ship. I look at those play styles and look, how do I tailor that to how do I want to play the ship? And if you tailor it to how you like to play it and understand it, you become that much more of a good player. But it's literally just a push comp versus a push comp. The only question is, where is the push comp going to be? Because it could be, and these push comps only are 50-50. It could be on the 10 line, it could be on the 1 line, you don't know. Unless you had a hybrid, then you could spot them early. But where's the fun in that in clan battles? I mean, yes, it's early spotting, you can understand where everyone is at. But it's just not as fun as it when it first came out, where you would literally have not that much spotting. You'd literally make up your own strategies, and then you just gunfight it out. But I'm very impressed with this ship. I like it. But when you do these kind of pushes, you've got to have coordination with your team.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Like, we spot the Atlántico. We know something's in sea. So we're still missing 5 ships. 5 ships are still missing. And you don't... And the whole point is, even though you might get a perfect shot, you've got to stay dark. You've got to resist the urge to shoot. Unless you're already spotted. Okay, something's in A.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
We spot their Ager. We're still missing the Tago, the Split, and the Siegfried, or the Schroder. We're still missing like 3 ships. Or 4 ships, sorry. Kagero, Tago, Schroder, and their Split. Odds are the Split is an A. But now, those 2 ships literally tell you that they're kind of doing a push comp in the same direction, just not as aggressive. And the key to staying dark is that, so while the enemy team knows where some of your ships are, you catch them by surprise. Maintain, had the Split was an A. That's without, there's no question about it. But he was so hunkered on that island instead of trying to sit back a little bit further so he could spot for his team. So they have intelligence data. There was no intelligence data. So literally the Schroders can just literally just steam right across this. They should have been spotted, but they aren't. So they don't even know, well, we are here. All they know are 2 Schroders are missing until it's too late. The Ager is literally pushing straight into 2 Schroders, which can pin him everywhere. But I am going to enjoy this ship when it comes to Tier 9 ops. I'm going to be using this ship a lot.
All stations, reporting the
position of a strategic target.
And see, we get a fire on him. That's a 60-second fire. So just from that, he's down 10,000 health. Then the AP salvage is coming. Right now.
Torpedoes, direct front.
And that's 15,000. He's lost like 30,000 HP. That fast.
Engine boost activated.
His offensive ability is gone. He can't fight no more. But I can't push all the way in yet because one, there's a Schroder there. Two, there's an Atlántico there. So it's just about slowly whittling them down. Had our Prince Eugen been there, we could have pushed in more. But it's just two Schroders. So I'm waiting for my Schroder to get here so we can push together.
Problem solved, sir.
And their Schroder does take a little bit of damage. He's lost 20,000, so between the two of us, we outnumber him in health now. Because the Ager could still drop torch. So I have to be wary of that. But you see, we're just slowly whittling down the Schroder. He's literally... He's got a fire on him, he's got 2 fires on him burning. Those are 60-second fires on him. And I'm still watching for the Ager because he could still put AP into my side.
Problem solved, sir.
But the Ager really doesn't punish us coming around that corner. Because the Prince Eugen is shooting him, and yeah, Ager, this Schroder's going to go down. And he was just starting to heal.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
But the shells come in just before he's able to die. Now I could have just pushed straight in, but I wanted to kill the Ager first. And Sheets is saying, let's finish off this Ager first before we tackle the Atlántico. And the thing was, the Atlántico just kind of pushed in instead of slowly falling back with the Schroder. He could have kept us busy a lot longer. Now, that was a torp reload to Gero. That's why he was able to take out Goose. But they've lost, well, majority of their spotting now.
The ship is on fire. Problem
And
solved,
I turn
sir.
into the Atlántico because he's the biggest threat.
Torpedoes, dead
Ag-
ahead. Engine
The
boost
Ager doesn't
deactivated.
have the best accuracy. That's why I'm not worried about him.
Direct front.
Plus with 2... So it was literally a Cossack for a split, and an Eugen kills the split. But their Ager is going to go down. Like I said, the health pool comes into effect. Sheets picks it up. Now it's literally just all these secondaries whittling on this Atlántico. Against that kind of focus fire, Atlántico can't do much. You can see all his guns are looking at me. He shoots, and he does only like 1,000 damage because I just bounce it all. And you see that just under that amount of fire, his health is just evaporating. Like, it's just
The ship is
disappearing.
on fire.
Atlántico is a great ship, but under this kind of firepower, it does not do well. 7,000, and he's down to torps. We take A. They do have the point lead, though. But we have enough health that we're not worried. In terms of win conditions, we've got it. They aren't coming back from this. There is no way they can come back from this. It's literally just us getting the caps back.
Engine
And we
boost
got
activated.
10 minutes to do that. In terms of timer, probably 6 minutes. That's more than enough time. Like, we're not worried. One Schroder is going to go to C. The plan was to send both of them, but I decided not to. Because I was going to go north and help deal with the Atago. And our Charles just has to run. So they don't get the points on him. He dies, there'd be like a 200-point lead almost for them, which would hurt us. So he just has to run towards Oregon and I, and well, the Atago has to kill. There's no doubt about it.
The enemy is about to win.
Like, yeah, they got 200 points on us, but we're not worried. Like I said, had the Atlántico actually turned around and went with his Aegir, that kind of focus fire on one of us probably could have got us down. But he kind of turned north to probably lock down to keep A out of our control, which was probably his mistake. That would have given the Atago more time to kill the Charles, so odds are they could have won. Had a few things just went differently. Just a few things. Just a few things. But Schroeder's going to get into C, and Oregon's getting into B, and their points are gone. Atago's literally just dropping
Engine
towards.
boost deactivated.
Just hoping to hit something. The bad news is he's against an Aegir and a Schroder, which have, well, German Hydro that can detect torps from a fair amount of distance. So we're not in any danger. The sad thing is, in terms of health, that Atago has as much health as those two ships combined. He's trying to get that, which is kind of at 1,700 health. You would have thought that would have been an easy kill. But like now, their points are gone. The points for us are just going to rack up without 3 caps. I mean, even though my shots are missing, it's harder to dodge two shells than it is one. If one's just not shooting you, and the other one is, it's easier to dodge one salvo than it is 2 salvos, because you have to keep wiggling.
Engine boost activated.
But I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you just... I know it's somewhat of a defeatist attitude, but Why draw the match out is my question. I mean, you'll get one guy, but then the point lead will bring it back up. Without the team, without enough players, the point lead is irrelevant in control of the map. Now we're starting to finally hit some shells finally. But Oregon is going to go down to the Otago.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
But he's literally idling border on being at this point. He does pick up the Oregon though. But at this point, with my speed boost and everything, there's nothing he can do. I mean, I have like 4 times as much health as him. So there's absolutely nothing. Well, at this point, it's 7 times as much. And Schroder's from Sheets is caught back up in his Schroder. So it's literally 2 Schroders fighting this still Otago. And now my secondaries are going off.
Problem solved, sir.
Secondaries are going to pick it up.